Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with third down coming up. A shotgun snap for Watson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 18. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Back to throw. Hurley. And that's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They go play action here on 1st down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. With his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Deshaun Watson making his way back out, the focus of our players' spotlight. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Here's Watson. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals 1st down as well.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To the air yet again. Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again is Watson. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? Back to throw, Watson. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There was nothing available there for him.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Hurley. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, exit.
The final shot before break. Hurley. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A huge play there on the screen pass. 47 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big hit. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Seahawks are on. It's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Right back to him on first down. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Hey, Wood.
On 1st and 10, Hurley. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Hurley. And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big 30-yard play on third. Throwing on first down. Hurley. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Looking to throw. Hurley. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Deshaun Watson making his way back out, the focus of our players. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get
the ball is out. Watson lost it. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. On first down, Hurley. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. To throw on second down, Hurley. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. As his guys are in for 6. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 17. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one goes for 36 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. Got a man open, it's Ross. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Watson now to throw. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now Watson. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you.
This is caught at the 20. It's a big play there for Seattle. 56 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
57. Mike, 57. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
On 3rd and 2. Hurley looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter, maybe.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Partner, they're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellows in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. On 4th down, Hurley, and they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
Sure. I'll come. You leaving? Okay, we're good. I really got to find one this week. This weekend. So it's going to be close. I was trying to find one at the auction today, but really didn't just make ice cream with triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on. I'll see. I'm a highly favored. Don't wanna play me. No conversation, ain't got time for no debate. It's for the taking. No hesitation, don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch.
It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't getting too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the jag calling. Let me click over real quick. To let my jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking, right? I ain't never coming back. The way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad. But I'm past that with a NASDAQ. That's cash when the money fall. I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go. You don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab some brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money. I'm like 10 over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a. She in. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't getting too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver, I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me if underneath my whole flex. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest, so I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, you don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstayed it, your thoughts are never everything you want till when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of a start. I'ma leave it on the side. You wanna Christ when I pray on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm the sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest, so I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Yeah. 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 Hey. Yeah. Let's go. Hey. Yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. If we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. Yeah, I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move the needle for the city like the championships. All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Head to head with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way.
suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a Sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit, if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My truly cold is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. They burst off the edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, how about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch a skirt, the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it? Rep for your bro, when you're supposed to pop in your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Hey, look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend, sweet. This sugar, one man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn it out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My true and cold is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. They burst off the edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flag of field. Rewrite your history on this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead trying. This ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze
For the second for Billy Donovan. Patterson, quick trigger there from the free throw line, too strong. Robertson the rebound, so he's expected to get some extended minutes here tonight for the Thunder. And he will let it fly from three.
And he's been making that shot, and I like the fact that, you know, when you continually make that shot, it's going to be an offensive foul. Easy call. Absolutely. You know, that hand, as you always say, comes away that I can't see in real time. But I saw that one. Yeah, that was an easy call. And good job by Hami just to get in front of him.
Every time, man, it comes off the ball, yeah, automatic.
Yeah. But, you know, with back to Dre, you know, he's certainly getting a good look that Billy Donovan talked about. Not just Dre, you know, it's wide open right now, you know, especially when you got 3 days of practice before your first game on Tuesday. Game one against the Rockets, folks. It's all signed, sealed, and delivered who your opponent's going to be.
And that pass went right through Maryland's Noel to Darius Baisley, who continues to shoot it as hot as anybody in the bubble. That's his first shot of the game, and it drops in.
Now, when he started dropping those about 7 games ago, I was doing the wave. Okay, I'm tired now. I don't do the wave anymore. I just go wave. That's just in his game. He's knocking down threes. Because, folks, I tell you, there's really been a most improved player on this team for the Thunder. It's going to be that guy right there, Darius Baisley. He just continues to impress with consistency.
Well, 12 threes over his last 3 games.
And that came from Rumble, too, because he's still on our set. So he even likes Darius Baisley as well. Confidence is everything in this league, folks. That young man right there knows it. He's playing about with a boatload of it.
Summer is here. Bring on the epic savings at the Hyundai Epic Summer Sales Event. Right now, find great deals on every SUV and sedan, including more 2020 IIHS Top Safety Awards than Honda or Toyota. Plus, get complimentary maintenance for 3 years and America's best warranty. Hurry in and save at the Hyundai Epic Summer Sales Event.
Get 0% APR plus no payments for 90 days on the Santa Fe or Tucson, or get up to $32.50 in savings. Visit buyhyundai.com today.
something to beat this virus. It is important that we do studies like this because we need to find the answers. I felt us getting back to doing what we're built to do, which is take care of people.
Come together and really work to protect the health and safety of our patients and of our public.
They're all superheroes, the talent, and the heart that people have. They'll always have a place in my heart for what they did for my little girl.
Here we are, playoffs, where everything is up for grabs. No pressure or anything, just cementing your place in history. A championship for your city. Being a hometown hero for the rest of your life. Now that I think about it, that actually is a lot of pressure. But you're grown, you'll be fine. It's a whole new game.
Chris Paul, that man, as you guys said earlier, Chris and Mike, he never takes a day off. You see him out there at timeout break with assistant coach Brian Keefe. He is always doing work, always keeping his mind sharp. You also see the North Carolina Central Eagles shoes he's got on. That's a HBCU from my hometown in Durham, North Carolina, that he's representing. He's continuing to do that, keeping the focus on racial justice in the bubble, talking to his former coach, Doc Rivers, talking to his current coach, Billy Donovan, making sure that everybody is up to speed. And he is, like I said, he is like a CEO out there on the court, meeting with all the different departments. He's going to marketing, he's going to accounting, he's going to the coaches, he's going to the guards, he's going to the forwards, guys.
Well, if you were to transcribe what he says during the course of a game to all those different people that he talks to, Mike, it'd be a class in basketball. Right? And you know, it's in it. I used to be a commercial a long time ago. When Dean Winter speaks, everybody listens or something like that. Well, when this guy speaks, I'm looking. People are listening. I mean, they're like, stop. And many times I see people walk up to him as though they're like, wanting information from him. It must be the class of 2003. We are so lucky to have a guy like him on the team. What's going on right now? As I play my heart over to Villanova for the COVID-19 and, of course, the social justice messages that he stuck by in the HBCU. Small black colleges. He's done a great job of just staying committed to that. It's going to be Shea taking an offensive foul. Reggie will get down for the citation.
Well, you see Patrick Beverly, Soriat out, one of the many Clippers who missed various time down in Orlando. The Williams, death of a family member. Montrezl Harrell gets a play down in Orlando because of the death of a family member. And then to come back. But the Clippers have had very little continuity. Paisley, see what he does here, spins. Takes those long strides, the right hand trying to contort his body. Didn't quite have an angle on the rim.
But this is the time you try that move. I have no problem with him trying that move because he did everything right except for the finish.
Well, he liked the attack, too, with the shot clock winding down.
Okay, he got to the rim there. You know what? It's good. Why don't you bring up your take a look at Doc Rivers, coach. They're going to play the Dallas Mavericks. That number 7 versus 2 seed. But this is the time for guys like Darius Paisley. You know, he's been sitting over that sideline the entire season. You know, like I talked about, with his both hands under his chin.
Looks like Mike Muscala there just sort of put that body into Joakim Noah. And Hamid Diallo, a little bump there. Is it going to be a charge or a block? And it appears to be a block.
You know,
Up and set there, so Diallo will get free throws.
and by the same token that I speak about Darius Paisley, I'm talking about him now because he's one of those under the radar guys. That if Darius Paisley wasn't playing at an all-star clip the past 3 games, we would be talking about him. And we would also be talking about Luther, who's not in uniform day, folks, due to that injury suffered in that first quarter against Miami.
By Diallo's Western Conference bracket. The matchups have been determined. Although the Lakers could play Portland or Memphis in the first round, the 4-5 between the Rockets and the Thunder, the storyline's already starting to flow, revolving around that one. Nuggets, Jazz, Northwest Division matchup in the 3-6. Clippers, Mavericks, 2-7. And how about Portland last night? Ooh.
Big game.
It came down to the last possession.
I thought they were going to lose that game. They should have lost that game.
Karis LeVert was on fire. Another big-time offensive performance from Damian Lillard. There wasn't a whole lot of defense in the game. 134-133. Wouldn't make too many defensive coaches happy, but
what are you talking about? This is the NBA. The defense is not rewarded in the NBA. You know that.
Hey, it's 50% of the game, my man.
you see the officials, the whistles. The offense gets everything.
See what Beasley does here. Another attack right at the rim. Had a good look. As Noah snatches away that rebound. But that was so entertaining. It came down to the last stretch. You saw Phoenix intently watching to see if Portland had lost that game. Portland would have been out. Phoenix would have been in. Phoenix trying to make the playoffs for the first time since 2010. Schroeder, a little indecision there. Thought about maybe taking the shot, maybe drawing the foul, then tried to pass out of that jump. And couldn't do it. We get a replay here. A couple possessions ago, Joakim Noah going down on the foot of Coffee. Looked like a slight turn of the ankle on the landing. So, I mean, that was maybe the most entertaining game so far in the bubble.
What's about a game now? I don't know if I agree with that one. There's some double overtime games, some single overtime games, but yes, it was one that certainly ranks up there. Now, here's the question I wanted to ask you. How do you like the matchup with the Clippers and the Mavericks? I mean, is that
the way that Dallas has coughed up so many games this year, late in the fourth quarter, blown leads, like they did against Houston, early in the bubble, and the depth and the talent of the Clippers versus the inexperience of Luka Doncic, Porzingis, Seth Curry. I don't think Dallas stands a chance.
Terrific coach. Doc Rivers, terrific coach. That's what the real battle's going to be. And that team, that's the unsung part of it. So you're going to simply bet against Kawhi Leonard. Now, we're going to put words in my mouth and it's my money. If I'm going to put money down on the table, let me put my money down myself. That's the what I'm looking forward to. You know, that Chris Paul, that Rick Carlisle, Doc Rivers matchup. These guys have known each other for a long time. Against each other as NBA players. And you know Rick Carlisle, he always has one card up his sleeve. And Doc's going to come at you the same way, because, man, he was a terrific defender. I did not like him guarding me on the post, even though he was a guard, because he was just so nasty. You know, he would get down and squat, and, man, he would strip the ball from you, and he'd take a picture, like almost like he was posing while he steals the basketball. I just like that.
Played for Atlanta, right?
He put a hand in the face. Yeah, I did not like that. This is most of his career in Atlanta. I go, Doc, no, don't do that to me, man. So
That's so funny. He got a bag, man. He got together. What you mean? This is my uncle. The other shit you got for me.
The shit you gave me yesterday.
Oh, you want the same shit? I think you're talking about if I got something today.
You look like this, man. Somebody big off. So pass it up.
What you mean, bro?
Half of whatever in the jar.
I got all kind of flavors, girl. This one is...
This ain't the playoff shit.
Easy. Won a title with Boston back in 08 in his 21st year.
It's a long time. Longer than his NBA career. His first former NBA championship coach was a Boston Celtics.
This is one shit.
Big three, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen.
The light.
To the fifth.
Shoreline, you think Shoreline
Whistle,
foul?
I'm sure what the foul is.
Pretty foul?
Half of it.
But you won't have to look like Shoreline.
Yeah, half of it, 70 yards.
I can put the bag up.
One cut executed nicely. Perimeter pass intended for Magruder, and that foul is on Schroeder, so 2 quick ones for him. He's got 3 fouls here in this first half. Those are the kind of plays that you sort of got to readjust to. He's been out there a long time. He was obviously going to win extended minutes this afternoon close. Enter to win an exclusive VIP watch party courtesy of Mickey Mantle's Steakhouse. Prizes include a private watch party for 4 guests at Mickey Mantle's, an autographed Thunder team
They got that little blonde hair.
Oklahoma City.
You that nigga drunk.
Get a special appetizer offer just for signing up.
I got 3-7 of that. I think it's because this is in the way or something.
Closest guy.
It should be in the way, but I think it'd be hecking up.
Almost midway through.
Something in the way. No. Oh, that nigga been hustling the game.
Old school post, man.
Put the elbow on it like that. Mm-hmm.
Playoffs, man. I'm trying to see Dame versus Blake.
Don't sleep on my niggas doing a job, bro. Sleep on my niggas job, right?
They gonna let them make it.
They gotta win twice.
They're not gonna let them make it just because they want TV ratings and things. I don't know how the NBA is.
You saying my word.
Finished in the
They
lane.
ain't sure either. As long as
Really tried to pieces off the bench, and due to injuries, some injuries to his favorites, there were some injuries. Terrence Ferguson was in and out. Who's going to step in that weight room and actually be the first guy off the bench and a reliable piece on a more consistent basis? And so far here in the bubble, we seem to be rightfully so. Because he's had to make, making good decisions with the basketball.
You're my command out there. Your ass posted so much more about shit.
That's not the way, man. That's what you in the car, nigga. You see them little niggas trying to laugh.
They ain't gonna talk about that, but yeah, you fucking host.
That nigga Alex. Nah, that nigga pulled up on me when he was like 13.
Nigga, they put up in that Dynasty.
Yes, nigga, I was like, how does this nigga driving?
They used to call that bitch the Dynasty. For me, I remember the first time the nigga was driving, I was with him, and this nigga was like, ooh, a puddle. This nigga was hitting puddles, and they would see because he was doing car with that nigga driving. Aunties, like, you know, aunties like his mom, though. He was like, ooh, puddles. This nigga, after him hitting the puddles, his tires got wet. This nigga almost slid into another car, nigga.
It was like 7th or 8th grade. You would have knew Kim was like that.
Nah, it was 9th grade. It was 9th grade.
Yeah, nigga. I know I was on like 14. Nigga pulled up, I was like, hell.
Kim the who?
Black ass Kim.
Kim. Oh, Kim Walker. This girl. This one time. This one. Double up. Yeah. There's some monkeys in it too. It's still. This is my home cab right here. I was like, man, let me get a whippage. I don't want to just come out here for no reason. He be gone or what? Nah, he be fucking with niggas and stuff in LA. He fucking niggas from Ben Free. I'm like, let me know when you fucking niggas from LA. This probably called what's the name, bro? On an airplane with 85 racks. It's easy to shit from. You can't get on an airplane with more than 10 racks. You know better than that. You better have somebody else play with shit. Some more shit.
With rackets at.
Okay, this is the wrong on
Being
first.
injured. There wasn't
You ain't walking the house with them.
And the Able Law Firm, personal injury experience and success is who we are. And getting you the maximum financial settlement for your injury is what we do. Recovering more than $400 million for car, truck, or motorcycle-related injuries. A record of success unmatched in Oklahoma. To get the justice you seek, the settlement you deserve. We're ready, we're willing, we're able.
Are you ready to love where you live? Discover the communities of Town Square by McCaleb Homes. Charming historic architecture takes you back to a simpler time, yet with all the modern amenities. These walkable communities in Edmond are designed so you can get to know your neighbors the old-fashioned way. Our Residence Club features a state-of-the-art fitness studio and indoor and outdoor party spaces. Come see and feel the vintage craftsmanship of the communities of Town Square. You'll love where you live.
Welcome back to Orlando, where the Thunder lead the Clippers by 9 points. Now, you've seen the jersey messages on the backs of players' uniforms all throughout these regular season games. And one of the more interesting aspects of these messages are the ones that players choose to put in an entirely different language. For instance, Steven Adams chose to put the back of his uniform in his New Zealand indigenous language of Maori. It reads Kia Kaha, which translates loosely in English to stay strong or power to the people, but it originated, interestingly, in an old marching song from a New Zealand battalion fighting in World War II. Now, the phrase is only used in the context of a struggle or battle that requires extra motivation or courage. And guys, between the global pandemic and the fight for racial equality, that message is extremely poignant, not just here in the United States, but across the world.
Global game, global message, Mike. There's so much progress still to be made, but you like the players staying true to their roots. And there's a lot of eyes on these jerseys, not just in the United States. And Steven Adams, who has such a global presence, particularly in his home country of New Zealand. And the NBA is an international sport. You know, we got players in it all over the world. And it's really nice to see them acknowledging their native land, as well as the messaging that Paris just shared with us. Thank you very much, Paris Lawson. Paris doing an outstanding job. And you know who else is doing an outstanding job is the Thunder defense right now. Hope the Clippers to just 27 points with 4:40 left to go in this second quarter as Robertson from deep is off target. And that's always hard to do when you got so many guys out there on the floor that haven't played together. It's being able to play defense like that because, you know, defense is a partnership. It involves a lot of intangibles that go really unnoticed in communication. You know, the idea of what are we going to run if a guy gets beat off the dribble? Who's man? Do you come from the baseline or do you come from the sideline? You know, so many different ways to communicate out there has been discussed and talked about by the players and coaching staff of the Thunder, as we will now take another turnout. Timeout.
This is the oldest registered distillery in the United States. From a place where the water is cool, clean, and iron-free. Perfect for making Tennessee whiskey. Charcoal mellow, drop by drop for smooth sipping. Which is not the easy way. But it's his way.
Time now for our Thunder Counter, brought to you by Enable Midstream Partners, and it was meant to be. It just had to end this way. Going up against the Houston Rockets in the 4-5 matchup. Game 1 on Tuesday, 5:30 tip time from down in Orlando. Game 2 will be Thursday, so game off, game, and then another off day between 2 and 3. For Saturday, it'll be a 5 p.m. tip, and game 4 will be Monday, August 24th at 3 p.m. And early are the storylines starting to flow about this series, Mike, because it's just too perfect. There's so much history between these two teams. Right. And, you know, this is what, if you know basketball, that's a must-see TV, by the way. And we're going to bring all 4 of those games, possibly 7 if we need to, folks, right here at Fox Sports Oklahoma. Billy Donovan certainly knows the Rockets. Mike D'Antoni, everybody certainly in the NBA family knows him as well. Well, because time is of the essence, much like these seeding games went quickly, 8 games in 14 days, that first-round playoff series also going to go quickly. No 2 days off in between games, just 1 day off in between each. Could run up until August 30th if it were to go to 7 games. But it is going to be a fantastic matchup, although, as that three pinballs out of the hands of Muscala. Obviously, some of the news about Russell Westbrook and the quad injury that he suffered earlier this week that potentially might have him missing some time early in the series. Not a lot of information flowing out of Orlando, really from any team injury-wise, so whatever trickles out, you kind of have to interpret many different ways. But the reality is, an MRI showed a little bit of issue with Westbrook's quad, which could keep him out, which obviously affects the course of the series.
Right, and, that's where, Houston is a little thin in terms of their depth. No Clint Capella, so they're not real big, but they play 5-out offense. If you're open, take the 3. If you're not open, take the 3. It's going to be a lot of 3s, launched up by them, as Schroeder cannot finish with the left hand.
So you're saying the Rockets are a one-trick pony?
Well, that's just how they play. They're one of those teams that, they're going to load up the shots between Westbrook and Harden. And Harden's going to take the bulk of that because he's a terrific offensive player, easily the NBA's leading scorer this year, folks, at over 35 points a game. I mean, he can fill it up, and he's got the green light. And that pretty much any Rocket player has the green light if you have the basketball once you cross that court. That's just how they play. And you have to guard that, and they're very successful at it. And when they're on, man, it is very good to be, absolutely.
As Diallo from the corner got a good look and knocks down that 3, and that's what you want to see from Hamidou Diallo. He's confident in the inside game, but can he expand that shot to behind the three-point line? It would just be humongous for his repertoire.
And don't think that the Rockets are not watching this. Okay, what's the scouting report on Hamidou Diallo? Well, he likes to drive to the basket. He's one of those guys who plays with a lot of energy. He plays in transition, and then, he can make the three-point shot now. That's what would really make him a very dangerous player. When he starts knocking that corner, that 3 ball in the corner pocket, as you just saw, with consistency. And that's what he's shown you in these 8 seeding games, that he can knock that shot down.
If he can do it consistently, it would be a huge addition to his overall game, which is predicated on athleticism and energy, playing defense.
And you got to know, partner, what he's thinking about it. Like, when I make that 3-point shot, it's got to feel good.
Offensive rebound, and Jermichael Green is able to capitalize on the extra possession. Burton, full steam ahead, and that pass deflected out of bounds.
And this is where the Thunder are a little bit small. They're playing their version of small ball because Baisley is basically the 5 guy, or whichever way you want to look at it, with Mike Muscala. And that's where, all 5 guys go to the glass, that kind of recognition with this group. Now, they haven't had a whole lot of game time on the floor together, but that's something that they have to be mindful of. You got good shooting, you got good, on-the-ball defense, you got really good up and down transition activity. Be careful. Areas to be careful of is that you're giving up that second chance points.
Dennis Schroeder still in the game, approaching 20 minutes. We need to get that extra run in for Billy Donovan, for his conditioning, for his rhythm. Now goes right by man and in the traffic. Left it short off the front of the rim.
I just think Billy is probably going to just run his tires until they fall off.
He's got plenty of time to rest.
He's just going to get them retraded at halftime. Because he certainly pointed out that, folks, in his presser before the game, that he just wanted to give him a long look, just to get his men back.
On that time, again, determined to get to the cup. Headed pride free, out of bounds.
He walks like he's tired. But that's what he does. That's his walk. He's got the cool walk, man. I used to do that in the 70s. You don't know nothing about the 70s because I don't think you were around. You weren't even a thought. So just let me finish this, okay?
Your glory days?
That's a good one. What I like is that he's got that walk. Just don't know what he's going to do. And almost like a cool hand loop walk. That's a Clippers. That's what pressure
did a great job there, shutting off the baseline.
Right. Well, he's got a walk of confidence today. A strut, almost. Yeah, that's a better, for lack of a better word, a strut. I had a strut, too, when I got fouled. You know, I walked out like the Terminator. You know, if you foul me, I'd walk out like you can't stop me.
You had a great story about Dikembe Mutombo one time. Said you couldn't say anything back to a Schroeder. Straight away, right down the pipe from three.
Yeah, well, it's not that often you get a chance to dunk the ball on him, and he not waved that finger. Because really, he could do it back then. He would block my shot and go, no, Case, no. And then Shaq, wave his finger at me, and man, I'd go, come on, man. You know, you just blocked my shot. You bounced it off the floor and went up, 50 feet, and now you're going to wave your finger at my face?
Well, sounds disrespectful.
Yeah, now we get sent to the showers for that.
That'll be a 24-second violation. Great defense that time by the Thunder. Keeping the ball in front, forcing passes, not allowing any open space for shots.
How about that guy there, Sam Cassell? Played with him for a couple of years in New Jersey. He's going to be a head coach in this NBA. In the NBA pretty soon. He's a terrific X and O guy. He's been around for a while. He won a couple of championships. You remember with the Rockets? With a logic on and back to back.
Schroeder wants the three, got the three for the 2-for-1.
He's just going to play the entire half, pretty much.
Got 17 points, 3 for 3 from downtown. And now he's got an opportunity to cap off his first half. Shot clock is up. The trap comes with the double. Passes over to Burton, who goes all the way to the rim to scoop and score. Deontay Burton. A porous Clippers defense.
So I know you want to run the clock out, but if you're going to drive it lane to the basket uncontested, yeah, you have to take that.
Thrown in by 1.7 left. First half is in the books. Down in Orlando. Double-digit lead for Oklahoma City. It's been a little while since we've seen the likeness of Dennis Schroeder, but a good sign getting him back. 17 first half points, catching his breath. And having a conversation with Billy Donovan going into halftime. Now it's time to take a look at tonight's mid-first bank shot contest and see if one lucky fan will win $20,000.
What's happening, fans? I'm here with today's contestant. This is Shane from Moore, Oklahoma. He is about to shoot this $20,000 mid-first bank half-court shot contest, and he says he's got a few tricks up his sleeve, so I'm ready to see what you got, Shane. He's got this shot. He's got the ball. All right, fans, I need a little energy. I need that rumble drum roll. Oh, from behind the back. Oh, Shane. Oh, my gosh. That's okay. You might not have sunk it, but that was the most entertaining thing I've seen in a long time. So, that's okay. Mid-first to hook you up with $200 from the official bank of the OKC Thunder. That is how it's done. Hands. Oh, my gosh.
Introducing the Papa John's 468 deals. Pick the size you love and topping you love at the price that you'll love just as much. The 468 deals. Papa's quality at better value. Only at Papa John's.
Sounds like another amazing weekend. Brought to you by the Toyota Tundra and Tacoma.
Qualified buyers get 0% APR financing for 60 months or $4,500 total bonus on a new 2020 Tundra Special Edition. Toyota, let's go places.
Extravagance at your fingertips. Available now. The first of its kind.
Introducing the $250,000 cash explosion. The first $20 scratcher lottery. The wait is over.
Thunder up double digits here in the first half against the Clippers, and that man right there had a lot to do with it. Dennis Schroeder, 17 points to lead the Thunder so far in the first half. Great to see him back after missing 6 games down there in the bubble away to be with his family. Welcome back inside Chesapeake Energy Arena. I'm Nick Gallo alongside Paris Boston. We'll be breaking down that first half of action for you. And Paris, it really starts with Dennis, who is a guy that has been such a spark plug for the Thunder all season long, and you can just see it. He's back on the floor, and he's doing exactly what he does for this team.
Absolutely. I'm sure it's a comforting sight to see one of your 3-point guards back in the lineup after missing 6 games for the Thunder. And he delivered, 24 points here, or 24 minutes here in the first half, and just absolutely picked up where he left off. It's going to be a really start-stop from him, but 3 for 3 from the 3-point line is pretty good for Dennis.
But he's also doing those things that he's so accustomed to. He's getting to that spot at the nail, he's curling around screens tightly, and getting that jumper off, and then attacking with that blow-by first step to get all the way to the rim. Plus, I'm really loving that lightning bolt he's got in his head. Hey, Thunder got the job done on defense too, Paris. What did you like best there?
I like to see all of the role players and young guys really keeping up that competitive spirit. Obviously, no two teams are looking the same here in this game for neither the Clippers or the Thunder. But bringing that defensive intensity, Deontay Burton said before the game, this game is really more about us than it is about them. And so seeing that defensive intensity here in this first half is really encouraging.
Yeah, building habits, 30% shooting for the Clippers. That's a great job by the Thunder's defense. We'll have more.
One up and out this magic. With the game, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream.
I already paid for the day. Yeah, and then it's $100 to activate it. Activate you? What are you, a cyborg?
It's crazy to charge people for things they already bought.
I'm gonna get my wallet.
That's why at US Cellular, we speak fair and never charge activation fees. Switch to US Cellular.
My son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes. All I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet. I'm ready.
It's towards the end on the floor. I need to get to Bellamy.
Her brother is here. I need her to talk him down. No one else has to die.
Let her go right now.
Let the conductor go, and then we can talk.
Open the bridge and send him back to Sanctum. I'll tell you everything you want to know. That's right. It's operational. Wishy, but it's working. I'm going to bed. Harry, about what happened? You sure you're up?
I'm fine, Jordan. It's personal.
Is it true no one's being punished? Not even for killing actors?
I don't think it's been determined. But it's safe to assume, given they control the key.
You know what I heard? I heard the shepherd gave them his quarters.
The key, show up. Once the last war begins, none of this will matter. Who cares about his damn quarters?
You're right. The subject is ready for Neuralink. He shows symptoms of post-traumatic stress from the explosion in the stone room. For all mankind.
For all mankind.
Turn my back, you laughing.
How fit to be the boss? Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. And I gotta win no matter what, like fourth down, Hail Mary, no punch. Like every time I touch down, I gotta stunt. Randy Moss, yeah, my numbers going up. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Jake Critch, I'm the QB. Ran it up and then I went and got a new freeze. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touchdown. Underlay, yeah, I gotta get it in a rush now. Let them hate, try to knock me down, but we got up now. You say that you ballin', keep it real though. Hey, why I never saw you in the field though? Hey, I make it look easy, it's a field goal. I've been grinding for a minute and I'm still going. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left touchdown. Time I'm through, stay packed, nobody knew.
Let's begin, shall we? You're in a vast desert. There's an insect buzzing in your ear.
We can't let you die the same way.
That was fast.
I'll be okay.
Neural link is engaged.
Don't worry.
Not without you, for all mankind. Lucy, what's happening?
No one is coming to save us. Your friends on Barnum probably think we're dead. It's died at your hand. And then I just shut it for all mankind. It's enough. As he will save us, we will fight on his behalf. That's enough. That's enough. Hey, God, fight on his behalf. Hey, the better idea. We survived, both of us. I'm more than happy to leave you here to die of your wounds, but there is a way off this planet. And to do it, it's gonna take both of us. Working together.
Only on the CW.
My back. Your leg's pretty messed up. This is gonna hurt. That's right. It's gonna hurt even more. I'm gonna need your help. Do you want to walk again? Need to get this going. Switch shirt. He's not here. What do you got? On 3. Good foot. Push as hard as you can against the wall. There's trees before us. The limbs, you can just make a split. Find the leg. Bite down hard. 1, 2, 3. I wish it was gonna hurt. I'd like to get out of here before we find out what these guys go into. Should be boiling soon. You pull through. Got a guy named Pike to thank. Among other things, he taught us that losing sap from pine trees on Earth can make antiseptics, fight infection, heal wounds. hope the same goes for the trees on this planet. Brilliant conversation. I'm stuck here with you, everyone else. Octavia, Angela, Clark. They're all alive. They're just out of reach. Problem is, to get back to the people I care about, I can nurse my enemy right now. Come done. Don't be late. Alright, be funny. This is not one of those guys. Travel to another planet without something to reason. Even if it is pocket propaganda from another false god. Don't say thank you where you're from. By all means, thank you. Care about yourself enough to save me. So we said, is this the cave of ascent? I know about that. I read it. Sure, help pass the hours. I gotta say, the message doesn't add up. I've read these words more times than you can imagine. Enlighten me. It's simple. A shepherd believes in transcendence and peace, right? But to get there, in order to reach the next step up, you have to fight a war. The elucidation of that paradox is not hard to know. Our people have been in war. More times than you can know, and let me tell you, it doesn't bring peace. Just death and pain, and if you're lucky enough to survive another war, I know who you are. Your beliefs. They're all about you. Your people, your sister. The lives you take to protect them. Your selfish view of the universe makes me sick. So, don't care about people. That's your solution? The shepherd teaches us we're tiny in comparison to the universe. And when the time comes, he will guide me home. Okay, I got some news for you. The conductor just said, it's through no higher power that you are alive right now. It is through me. It is because of me. You. It's all about you. You saw the words. You didn't truly read this. Get that later. It's time to get that leg of yours stronger. It's only been a week. Any pain? Just quit showing off. I'll be back from the climb. Slow down. Wear yourself out before the actual climb. There's people I have to get back to. The wall of unanswered prayer is the shepherd's first hurdle. There's no walking around it. Yeah, I knew that. Here's the plan. Brace your back against the shelf. I stand on your shoulders. I should be able to reach that handle, and from there...
I should go first. I'll hoist you up. My leg can bear my weight, not the both of us. It's weaker than my arms. My arms get me on the ledge, and then I'll help you up.
Fine.
That's great. Do another row. The rope.
Prepared for his pilgrimage. This was the universe he had to. But it was here in Etheria that he found what he was seeking. The remnants of a civilization that had truly transcended. We're back to this. We're on a pilgrimage far off now. You may be. I'm headed for the exit. But the shepherd guides us both. Sure, shepherd isn't laughing at us.
Every time you touch a surface, bacteria is left behind. Now consider how many times your family touches the surfaces in your home in 24 hours. Try new Microban 24. Spray on hard surfaces to kill 99.9% of viruses and bacteria initially. Once dry, it forms a bacteria shield that keeps killing bacteria for 24 hours, even after